Welcome back, Spud Brains. So we've got another question to answer. Guys that know me have been interested in what my goals are and what I'm doing next. Now they've obviously seen me putting on size over the last 8 months, and they just want to know where I'm going. So I'm going to be competing again. I think it's May the 5th in the NABA West Britain bodybuilding competition. Um, Not sure what class I'm going to be entering yet. I'll let you know when I know what's going on with that. But that's sort of the goal. So, like I said, bulking for 8 months now. Traditional sort of bulk. 40% of my calories coming from protein, 40% from carbs, 20% from fats. Nice and basic, some of that on a round about between 4,500 to 5,000 calories a day, something like that. Again, ballpark figures. I've not been too fussy about it this year. I've just wanted to see what happens and try and see what works for me and my body. So that's pretty much been it for my bulk. Nice and simple this year. A lot of guys have been saying, "Oh, you're getting too big too quick, or you're putting on too much fat," and that's just one of the devils of the sport. Is that everyone thinks they've got a better way of doing it than you. Everyone thinks they've got a better way of training, a better way of eating than you. Just dismiss these donuts when they say shit like this. Try and figure out for yourself what works for you. What works for you may not work for the next guy. That's the beauty of the sport, is that it's so diverse in different things, and opposites can work completely different for different people. So say like a low carb, high fat diet may work great and get someone great gains, while his mate may do the same thing and shit his pants every day. So that's again one of the beauties of the sport, so let's figure out what works for you. And again, that's what keeps me interested in the sport, is that I know this is my body and this has got to take me through life. So I want to know the insides and outs on what works for me, my insulin sensitivity, my nutrient uptake, all the stuff that your average Joe doesn't know. I just like to know about my body's workings. I've always been interested in biology and stuff, so again, that keeps me interested in the sport. So again, that's pretty much been it for me. That's been my bulk. Like I said, my cutting starts on the 14th of January. That will give me 16 weeks to cut and shred down and prep for the competition. So I'll take you through all that. I'll show you my diets and what I'm using to lose fat, my cardio, all that sort of stuff, keeping you updated on my shredding, and hopefully into my competition shape, because I'm sick of being big and dumpy at about 250 pounds. So I competed in April at about 195 pounds. I've crept up to 250 pounds now. Put on a lot of muscle, but I've put on a bit of fat too, a fair bit of fat to be honest. Not ridiculous amounts, but that's the way I've done it this year. So maybe next year I'll try it a little bit differently. But like I say, tried and tested this year by the old, the way the old boys used to do it back in the day. So that's been my bulk this year, so I'll keep you updated on my cutting. Like I say, any questions, feel free to get in touch, and definitely keep updated on my shredding progress, because it's going to be pretty mental. It's going to be hard. I'm going to feel like shit. I'm going to be more of a miserable bastard than I am all the time. So it might be quite interesting to watch. So stay in touch.